Hello, it's me again, and we're up to, I think, part 4 of my build guide on my new Tamiya Saint Dragon on the Thundershot chassis, or a derivative of such. And we're starting off on step 20, which is making up the front axles, and the same as the rear. We start off with the stub axle, as I call them, and popping them in with the bearings and popping that in, which is a nicely tight fit, and then an R-clip to stop the axle from falling out like so. And I would recommend that after you've done steps 16 to 18 you go and wash your hands, because as you've seen I'm just dropping everything now, it's just all sliding out of my hands. The difference between the front and the rear though is the steering. So we've got the steering knuckle there that I've just done, and then the C-hub, and it's simply slots in there. And then we've got these Tamiya call step screws, but I prefer to call them kingpins, and they screw in, and these steering hubs are threaded in this plastic, so it screws in nice and easy, and then you just nip them up, but not too hard because you don't want to start snapping, splitting, whatever, the plastic. So there we go. We've got 2 ball joints per side. Obviously this one, which is going to be for the steering, then this one I think is for the anti-roll bar that you get, but weirdly only one. Well, so far anyway, I haven't found another one yet. But anyway, so check your orientation, and then we just need to put the wishbone in with this screw pin. If you can get it lined up. Yay! And again, screw that in, but not too tight. And there we go. 2 lower A arms and steering knuckles made up, ready to install. And step 21 is installing the upper arms, and fairly similar to the rear. Well, the same, to be honest. There, and then we've got this BA3, which doesn't say what it is, but it slides in like so, and there's 2 screws, self tappers at the top here. 1 and 2, and then a 27mm machined bolt that goes through there, and another flanged nut to go on the end of it, if I can get it started. And we just need to tighten all of them up to finish step 21. I've also put the output shafts in for the gearbox, but that's exactly the same as the rear, so yeah, we're all ready nearly for step 22. Step 22 is attaching the front axles, and it's almost identical to the rear. The only slight difference is when installing the dog bone, you have to pass it through the C-hub before then attaching it and popping in, oops, the screw pin, which always seems easier said than done, but hey, we can do it. We have the terminology. He says every single blooming time I'm on blooming camera, I can't get the thing in. Oh, there we go. And we screw it in, and there we go. That'll be the front axles. So I'll finish tightening that up and get the next stuff for part 23. Step 23, another nemesis as far as I'm concerned, is ball joints. Anyway, we're installing the front anti-roll bar stroke stabilizer, and according to the instructions you get this rubber tube, and according to the diagram here you need to cut it into 3mm lengths, and then I've discovered you have to screw it in, or screwing it on is the easiest. And again, there's another note here that tells you to screw your 3mm rubber right to the end of the thread, and then it tells you to screw this on and then fix it into this. Now I tried, and whether it's because I'm getting old, because I'm 61 you know, nearly, or whether it's something else, I just don't seem to have the strength to poke it through there when it's all the way down. So for any of you weaklings like me, what I've done is popped it in to the mount, got my pliers and clipped it in, and then you're going to go, yeah, but it's really loose, so how are you going to screw it in? Well, I then get my pliers again on the outside, and not too tight but not too loose, just enough so that it screws in, and he says again it worked fine. When I was trying it. There we go, Luke. Dun, dun, dun. Somewhere about there. That'll do. I don't care anymore. And then you get one of the other bits that you've cut off, and you screw that on. And then I've got to work out where it goes. I think it goes through there. And then it will hopefully press on. Ow! Yep. and then a t'other one goes through there, and that should also press on. Oh, that one was a bit easier. And then, oh yeah, where's it gone? I was wondering where. This needs to go on here with a screw, with that screw there in the centre. What have we done wrong there? Oh, I've forgotten that. Then, once you've screwed that screw in with the body mount, you can then move on to the anti-roll bar brackets. And there we have one front anti-roll bar. And we can move on to steps 24, 25 and 26, which is making up the front shocks. And do you know what? These are exactly the same but shorter. There we go. So, oh, little diddy ones. So I'll get on and make them up and show you once I've done it. So bear with me, my friends. And the last step of parts bag B is step 27, mounting the shocks, and it's basically the same as the rear end. We've got these damper collars, 25mm bolts, and slip through, and then flanged nuts, and virtually the same on the bottom. But with part D3 spacer, and in the outside again, and then the tricky bit, getting the nut on. And there we have parts bag B completely finished, and 2 gearboxes made up. And I can't get over, it's been this long and we haven't seen neither sight nor hair of, or neither hide nor hair of the chassis yet. So that'll probably be parts bag C. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed watching and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers, bye!